Welcome, beautiful humans and stardust souls. I hope you guys are doing wonderfully and taking care of yourselves. Happy Valentine's Day or Lupercalia blessings. We are going to celebrate with you guys today, so welcome. This is my husband, White Todd. Okay. This is my husband, Chase.
Hello.
And so what we are going to do is actually, we got some of the Skin Deep cards. You guys have seen these from Queen Asset and on Renee Meadowlark Mystics channel. So these are Skin Deep cards. They have several different editions, and so when I went to pick these up, they're kind of a hot ticket right now. So a bunch of them were sold out. So the only two that I could get my hands on were the Racism edition, and which is not what we're doing today, but there's a lot of great conversations going on in the tarot tube world with these cards, and they're definitely check them out if you haven't already, because it's necessary and there's a lot of beautiful things and connections going on through these cards. But what we're going to do today is the couples edition and hope that our marriage survives it. No, it says that it's explore relationships by providing the space for honest communication and deep listening. These cards create an environment that fosters vulnerability, more meaningful connection, and a stronger understanding for one another by making challenging conversations easy and fun. Yeah, so we're just gonna shuffle these and hope that it's not too stressful. And when we run out of wine, we're done. Another fun fact about me, I absolutely I'm like addicted to cheap sunglasses. Like, these aren't like a prop. These are just all things of my of my daily life. So when you buy these, and there's all different editions. There's like the self edition, healing edition, dating, longtime couples, racism, coworkers, strangers, friends, like a funny edition, all different really cool kinds. And if you go on their channel, they have a bunch of different like pairings of friends and people that have done these different conversations, and there's a lot of really neat things. But yeah, so when you like look at that thing, there's a whole bunch of questions. So yeah, so we're going to just shuffle here, and yeah, we're gonna just answer a few. That way you guys can hang out with us, grab a drink, grab a snack, and we'll see, yeah, how this, I guess, make our relationship meaningful. I mean, now that we've got 3 kids, it'd be nice.
Better make it meaningful.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna put these here. Okay, and so the way that you do this is that you're supposed to sit side by side or face to face, and you ask the question, and then each one of you answers the same question. Of course, like, you can pass, like, if you're uncomfortable or this and that. It's not like a mandatory, like, tell me, give me an answer kind of deal. So, but you have to answer. You have to answer. But yeah.
You don't.
So here's our first question. Is do you think we're still a good match? Do you think, I really wish I'd clean the house today. Do you think we're still a good match? Why or why not?
So who's gonna answer this?
You can go first.
Do you think that we're still a good match? Why or why not?
Oh yeah?
No,
oh my God.
I joke. Yes, because we complement each other very well. If one is slacking, the other picks up the slack, no matter what. We work very well as a team.
Yeah, definitely. I feel the same way, that we've always been like absolutely best friends. Like, we've, during the pandemic and being like in close quarters and everyone working from home and doing homeschooling and stuff, like we've done really well, I feel like. And we've seen a lot of people, like even marriages, new relationship, yeah, that weren't able to take the weight of the pandemic and quarantine and just all of the stuff that 2020 went through. So yeah, I feel like we're a good match. Okay, do you want to get the next one?
Sure.
I just knocked all those over.
What's the most ridiculous thing I've done?
The most ridiculous thing that you've done. I don't know. Like, there's got to be so many things, and I can't think of anything right now.
Can't think of anything on the spot?
Do you have an answer? The most ridiculous thing I've done. The most ridiculous thing that you've done is that day that we both played hooky from work and we just got our favorite takeout and we were sitting in the middle of the living room floor, which like we have lots of furniture. I don't know why, but we decided to sit right in the middle, like have like an indoor picnic. And we were eating like, oh gosh, we ordered like sushi, French fries, French dip, calamari, like something that had nacho cheese on it. Like it was really nuts. And then we were watching just all of the Lord of the Rings movies. That's what we were doing for the day. But we just started the movie and just started eating. And you were like, oh, I forgot ketchup. And you got up and you went to step over me and you just like soccer ball, like kicked, like punted me in the face.
I don't remember that.
Like, that was nuts. And that was pretty early in our relationship. And I think that I thought you were going to cry. Like, your eyes started to tear up. And, like, I instantly got, like, a big bruise right here. And that afternoon, you bought me, like, $300 worth of lawn furniture.
Patio furniture.
Patio furniture. Like, transformed the patio. We had the grossest, like, dingiest old patio. And so, like, in the, like, early morning, like, at 11 a.m., he just, like, Pele, like, soccer, end goal, kicks me in the face. And by the afternoon, the outdoor patio looked like a wonderland. It had, like, fairy lights and hanging lanterns and all this patio furniture and a grill and... Yeah.
They're probably on your Instagram.
Yeah.
Way back.
Yeah, we could probably scroll it on Instagram. Yeah. That's probably the most ridiculous thing that you've done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. I'd probably agree. Which part was ridiculous? Kneeing you in the face or buying the patio furniture?
Both. It was a weird reaction to it, but I was just like,
because we talked about getting patio furniture earlier.
I really want patio furniture, but... Like, at first I felt bad because you were like, I could tell you were starting to cry because you were just like... Yeah, but then I was like, I wonder if I could get ice cream too after...
Maybe I can work this angle.
Okay, what was your answer?
The most ridiculous thing that you've done. That's a hard one.
Because there's a lot of them.
Maybe. Maybe ones I can't say on the YouTube. Probably just randomly going out to Walmart at 3 a.m. and not telling me where you went and assuming I'm sleeping still.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever done. That's definitely not. I can think of 10 things this week that I've done that are more ridiculous than that. Like,
well, I find it ridiculous because I get up and I'm like, where is she? And I'm worried about you.
Oh, that's sad. That makes me look like a bad person. I just never sleep. I can't do that anymore. Walmart isn't even open 24 hours anymore. It's not a thing. But I have terrible insomnia.
What do you think?
Well, I would just eat. Okay. One time I was pregnant. Okay, pregnancy is hard. Hormones be crazy. But one time when I'm pregnant, I'm starving. Okay, I'm always hungry. It's just, I pack on 10 pounds like the first day that I'm pregnant, and then it just goes from there. But we were sitting on the couch, and Chase handed me a Kit Kat, which is my favorite candy bar in the whole world. And I was just overwhelmed with love and emotion. I was just thinking that I was hungry, and this is my favorite candy bar. And this man just he just knew, he just manifested it because he loves me so much. And so he taps me and he reaches out and hands me this candy bar, and I was like, oh my God, thank you. And that's the line for line. That's exactly what I said. I was like,
tone.
Oh my God, thank you. And Chase is like, yeah, you're welcome. It was trash. It was trash. He'd taken the wrapper, and then he had a bunch of little pieces of trash that he stuffed into the candy bar wrapper, and he wanted me to throw it in the garbage. And I thanked him for it, and he was like,
you're welcome.
You're welcome.
To be fair, that was the Kit Kat you ate earlier.
But then I got really angry about it. I got really upset about it. Pregnancy upset that it wasn't a real candy bar. And it was just trash that he was handing me. Yeah, that's probably the most ridiculous thing that I've ever done.
I consider any of the pregnancy ridiculous stuff null and void, and is not mentionable as the most ridiculous thing.
Good man.
Take notes.
Okay.
Take notes.
So the next card. Weird. What do you love and hate about the way I dress? What do you love and hate about the way I dress? The fact that I wear the same pair of pajamas for 3 days at a time.
So the same thing for you? Are we taking into account pandemic quarantine?
Taking it out of... Okay, so pre-COVID wardrobe. What do you love and hate about the way I dress?
I mean, I don't really hate anything other than you just randomly buy clothes and they show up.
Yeah.
I mean, otherwise...
But do you like those clothes?
Yeah. I like your style. Your style good. It suits you.
I dress you now.
Yeah, you do.
So, I mean, I like the way you dress.
You hated the way I used to dress.
Yeah, well, I prefer black t-shirts on everybody. I don't know why, but I just, obviously. I bought that shirt for you. Yeah, so you wore a lot of white t-shirts, but they were all just t-shirts that you got from your college, because they literally said SDSU on them. Yeah. So, it wasn't really, I don't know. I mean, you dressed yourself, but it wasn't like a conscious choice. You were just like, this is my college t-shirt that I got when I signed up. Yeah. Yeah.
I dress nice for work. I had to have a polo and khakis, but...
Yeah. Yeah.
My casual wear was just very functional.
Yes. And that's... Functional is a good term, too, actually. Yeah. Yes. So, yeah, I pick out your outfits. They're nice.
They're good.
How has our upbringing been different, and how does that affect our relationship? So, how has our upbringing been different, and how does that affect our relationship? As in the point that you have normal, non-traumatizing parents, or... I don't know. How
has our upbringing been different, and how does that affect our relationship?
Man.
I mean, we both have very different parents in regards to just...
We're like night and day. What's super weird is that everything about us is pretty much exact opposites, and yet at the core we're almost the same person. And we often, even when we first met each other, we would often say the same thing at the same time. Like, we'd both look at each other and be like, I'm hungry. Or we'd be like, that was weird. You know what I mean? And yeah, so our upbringings are completely different. Your parents are still together. And super, super sweet. I love my in-laws. I have the best mother-in-law ever. She's tiny. She's little, but I love all of her. My parents are not together anymore. Yeah, how does that affect our relationship? I think it makes us very aware of how we parent and then how we argue. We don't really argue, but even if we were upset, like not to be upset in front of the kids or not to yeah, just to be more aware of emotions. Like in my household, like mental health definitely wasn't a thing. Like it was very like cowboy up and just get over it. Like even, which is not healthy because like if you broke your arm, you wouldn't be like, well, just get over it. Like,
Well,
yeah.
You were also brought up in more of the rodeo type family with all of yours, and I was not.
Yeah, your people,
My people.
the littles,
My people.
your people, or my people, the littles. They're more car people, is what I meant to say. Your family is more car and computer-ish, right? Except for his mom, she is a seamstress. She sews. My family is more farming, ranching, rodeo. Yeah, that kind of background.
Yours is cowboy, mine is tech. Tech and cars.
Yeah, and so it definitely affects the way we parent, as in being more aware of emotions and mental health and just a more open living situation. Like when I was younger, it was like you had to be in 4-H and you had to be in rodeo. And I even played football on the boys' team growing up. And so like our oldest son came to us, it's been, a couple years ago now? A year and a half ago or so. And he said, I really, really don't want to play football anymore. But I would like to be in like a robotics club. I'd like to be in like a STEM situation. And part of me almost like just that old stuff wanted to be like, well, you have to be in football. That's just what you do. But then I was like, no, it's not. And like, that's how you grow up to just live with an eternal concussion. Yeah, so that's how it affects how we parent, if that makes sense. And so now our kid builds robots and that's fine. And we love him and he's happy, so we're happy. So, yeah. Okay, do you want to do the next one?
Sure.
I'm going to put these ones we did up here.
What do you think is the next step in our relationship?
The next step in our relationship?
Well, we're already married. Is there marriage 2.0?
We're going to get some upgrades and... the next step in our relationship.
Hopefully settle stuff kind of... Because 2 under 2 is a lot.
2 under 2 is a lot. And yeah, really happy, but it's really busy.
Yeah.
Because we can't figure out where babies come from, I guess. We were just surprised, and then a year later, I guess surprised again.
Just as surprised. Even more surprised.
Even more surprised, yes. Yeah, I think just getting everyone settled and
getting our own things figured out. And
okay, next question. What do I smell like?
Am I answering this one first?
You smell like Old Spice.
Thanks. I was gonna say we both smell like baby spit up most of the time.
Sexy.
Very.
Oh yeah, okay.
Ode to parent.
Okay, so our next question. Oh, that didn't focus, I don't think. When was our toughest moment together and how did we overcome it? Gosh, our toughest moment together, I think this would be the birth of our second son.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoa.
That's what I was thinking too.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So we had Bear last year in April and it was in the middle of a snowstorm. The power at the hospital kept going on and off. And because of the snowstorm, our regular doctor was not able to get to the hospital.
Yeah.
So we had a doctor that we had never seen before. Never once, not once. And we were supposed to go in for a C-section 2 hours after we arrived at the hospital. And our new doctor said that it was his policy that you have to try naturally, like if you're young and healthy and like this and that. And I don't know, like now that I think about it, like, and I talk to other moms, they're like, I would have demanded and said that, you know, this should be done and this is what I want to do. It's my body. And I don't know. I was so scared at the time, and you always, like, once you get close and you're, like, right there, you're just worried about the baby and worried about your health, and you're just like, this person's a doctor. But we'd never seen this guy before, and I ended up laboring for 3 days. And because they had...
Unnecessarily trying to induce you.
Yeah, and because... So 3 days of laboring. And because they had already started my medicine... because the plan was a C-section, so all the nurses and the anesthesiologists and everything came in and put up like the needle in my spine. My legs were already useless, so I couldn't get up and walk around. I was bedbound, and the nurses had to roll me side to side for 3 days. I got sores. It was painful. I was crying, and like finally the nurses were like, I'm gonna tell the doctor that this is like too much. And also then like the power would cut out like on and off. Every 20 minutes, the room would go completely black, the TV would go out, my pumps would start freaking out, and it takes like 4 or 5 seconds, and then the hospital generators kick on, and everything comes back on, but it was miserable. And then because I had been in bedridden for so long and under the medication with no use of my legs, after I delivered my son, the recovery was just
terrible. Yeah.
Awful.
It was rough.
Yeah. So yeah, if we didn't have each other for that, I don't even know. That's, yeah, for sure.
He ended up being a great surgeon.
He was a wonderful surgeon, but I shouldn't have labored for 3 days. Like, my doctor knew, I knew, like, it was too much, yeah. Just thinking, did you hear that? That's anxiety. Just thinking about it stresses me out.
And they still talk about it.
Yeah, we came in to have our daughter just a few months ago, and they were like, maybe you'll have a baby without laboring for 3 days. You want to labor for 3 days in a snowstorm? Like, it was a big joke. Like, they were, because it was so...
Were you the lady that labored for 3 days?
Yeah, because it was just so out of this world. Like, people...
Yeah.
Everyone remembered us, and, like, we're not even from that town. That's crazy. Okay, so the next question... What have we not yet tried to do together? I mean, I feel like that's lots of things, but...
That's lots of things.
But, like, is there something specific that...
There's lots of little hobby things. I know when we first...
Oh my gosh, we've, like... Well, I think because we spend all of our time together anyways, we're probably, like, borderline codependent, but we're also best friends. So, like, we've tried... lock picking. This is even before the pandemic. We've tried like lock picking, candle pouring. We got into the pandemic. We tried knife throwing, fire twirling, painting. We like did like a over the thing painting class like that you do over YouTube. We did a canvas painting class. We got into plants. We take care of bees. We went zero waste.
We want to do resin stuff.
Yeah, we want to do resin stuff.
When we first got together, we talked about traveling.
Yeah, we talked about traveling. Now that's
happened for a while, but
yeah, now who knows when that'll happen. Yeah, like there's a lot of stuff. We like to try and do and go weird places and do weird things that we can do here at home. And the throwing knives was harder than I thought it would be. I felt like I would be naturally very good at it. He was naturally very good at it, and that sucked. But that was pretty fun. That was good.
That was fun.
We also tried this thing where you like fill balloons with paint and you like tack them to the board. And no, that's not it.
No, it was the eggs.
Oh yeah, you fill eggs. You fill eggs with paint. We eat a lot of eggs anyways. Yeah.
Top of the shell off.
Yeah, crack it in half. Like pour it out, fill it with paint, and then you throw the eggs
at a canvas or something.
At the canvas. And then there's no plastic because you didn't use balloons. That's what it was.
Yep.
Zero waste. Okay. Next question. This is our next question. How do I love? You love entirely. I feel like you love very deeply, and you love by like taking care of everything. Like you And I think that's also your personality too. You're like a little anal. Yeah. Yeah.
Particular?
Particular. There you go. That's better. Little particular. Like, okay, when we were buying our house, I was like, let's buy a house. And Chase was like, let's research it. Let's look at some options. And I was like, let's do it. Like, I bought a house in the middle of the night. Told you. But I mean, that's just our personality differences.
You do love very deeply.
This is where he finds out that I don't love him. He's like,
no, I don't like you. Lots of little things, like gift buying, just to show me that you're thinking about me. Like, oh, I saw this, I thought about you. You do that a lot.
Says the guy that just came home with like a 6-foot panda when he went to the store for milk.
Yeah, and
Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, next question. Why are you in this relationship? Because neither of us know how to correctly use Tinder. It escalated. Things escalated very quickly, obviously. And we love each other. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we do. I really love you. Yeah. I love you. We're best friends. Don't act like you don't know.
Who are you?
But that's a big joke, is that neither of us know how to use Tinder, which is a hookup, like, one night stand app. And
we got married.
We have a house and 3 children now. So, yeah. If I had the opportunity to work in another country, would you come with me? Yes, I would go with you.
I know, you would be very gung-ho.
I would. I'm trying to get us to move to New Zealand so hard. So hard. Would you go with me?
I mean, yes, because I love you.
Do you see his face? I mean, yeah. There you go. See you in New Zealand next year, guys. Okay, next question. If you could change one thing about me to improve our relationship, what would it be? Change one thing about you.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
No, I'm just thinking, I have this like weird thing where I think that I tell him something but we'll just be driving, and then like in reality, we're on the same page, or in my head, we're on the same page. We've discussed everything. He knows the plan, but in reality, we're just like driving, and then out of nowhere, I'll be like, and then we'll pick up the kids, and then we'll go to the store, and then we can go straight from there. And he'll be like,
What?
I
told you. Did I not tell you?
I told you the plan. We talked about it. And he'll be like, no, you thought it. You thought it. So that's probably, yeah. So there's that. What
would you change about me?
Probably being able to talk about your feelings more. Yeah. I have to like really like.
That's fair.
Like if something's going on, and I always know. Like I can be in Texas, and I can be like, I
sense it.
Something's going on with Chase. But then when I'm like, well, tell me what's going on, I'm like, nothing. Yeah, so then I kind of got to work for it. So just being more open, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you have a different one for me, or just communicating, not thinking it thing?
That, or if you want a superficial one, like just picking up after yourself in the kitchen. You'll put your plates on the counter.
Do you want to fight today? It's Valentine's Day. I destroy the kitchen, like destroy it. Like if I'm trying to make pancakes, destroyed. Trying to warm up a pizza, destroyed.
Fire.
Like yeah. So that's valid. Yeah. Okay, so the next question is, how can I be a better friend to others?
We don't have any friends.
Yeah, we don't have any friends. Over. Done.
Problem solved.
Finished.
We're each other's friends.
We do have friends. They're just not here. And then since having kids, it's even more like with 2 under 2. I mean, like all we get done is just feeding and diapers and bottles and more diapers and
either they
rocking.
don't have kids or they have older kids.
Yeah, or they're so far away. Yeah, and then COVID, pandemic, so it kind of does feel like we don't have any friends. Yeah, but how could I be a better friend? How could you be a better friend? Spending time. I mean, both of us, and we don't have any time, it seems like, but it would definitely just be
making the time.
Spending time. Yeah. Like before our 1-year-old and our newborn that we have right now, when we just had our 11-year-old and there wasn't a pandemic, I would show up like at my friend's work. Like I would pick up 5 long stem flowers and I would go drop off at like 5 different places and be like, hey, it's Tuesday. Just here to appreciate you. Here's a flower. The look on my friends' faces, like that's always like amazing. Just to like get a flower, like have it delivered to their work, like for no other reason than it was Tuesday or like whatever. I love doing stuff like that. I love it. And now I haven't like seen anyone or done anything, and like they just had a get together. They just had a get together the other day, and I was just like, I
haven't slept.
I hadn't slept, and like both babies were up till like 4 a.m, and they're like, we're gonna get together and go have brunch, and I was like, I just can't. I can't. I love you guys. I can't do it. And Chase used to be in a bunch of gaming groups and would game with his friends, and yeah, we just. Yeah, haven't been able to.
No time.
Let's see here.
But our kids are only young ones.
Yeah, for sure. And they'll only be little it goes by really fast. So, I just moved like a weird sex question that we're not going to answer. That's what that was. So, the next question, when do you feel we aren't equal? When it comes to our 6th graders math. I realize how stupid I am. I'm the world's dumbest person. When do we feel like we're not equal? When something's on top of the fridge and you can't reach it? No, I'm just kidding.
Are you trying to fight?
No, it's Valentine's Day.
Oh, okay.
Just laying out the facts. When do you feel we're not equal? I don't know.
We try to be pretty equal. Like, we try to
work
as a team as much as we can. I don't know, that's...
Yeah, our house student, like our...
I mean, I do all the cooking, I guess.
Yeah, you do a lot of the cooking. I'm really good at, like, crock pot stuff.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
You have better creative ideas than I do. It's hard for me to come up with creative stuff. I can implement your creative ideas. I just can't come up with the creative ideas.
Yeah, I think it's pretty equal. It's hard not to feel unequal because I left work to be a stay-at-home mom, which is like a blessing, but then I also feel like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's that. But, I mean, really, things are pretty balanced, I would say. Yeah.
We try to put the effort in to balance each other.
Yeah. Okay, so this is going to be our last question because my wine's almost gone, and since our kids aren't up, we might as well spend the time. And you guys need to go celebrate your Valentine's Day. So I think what we'll do is I'll answer this last question, and then I'll pull like a question and a card for you guys too, okay? If you made it this far, I appreciate you guys. The last question is, where do you see us in 10 years? Where do you see us in 10 years? I'll let you answer it.
Where do I see us in 10 years? Hard to answer. I mean, together.
Wow. Oh, that's good.
Hope.
Glad you did.
I don't know if we'd be in a different house if we moved somewhere. I don't know. That's
the fact that you're open to moving somewhere in 10 years. I would love to be in New Zealand. Honestly, I would love to be in New Zealand. And yeah, just all of us together and happy and healthy. I don't know. Yeah, living in like a little cottage in the middle of nowhere in New Zealand.
Your tiny house.
Yes, my tiny house. Our house is pretty small, but this is the smallest that Chase would go because he's not yet sold on tiny living. But I would.
Well,
Oh,
now with 3 kids,
I would go hard for a
we
tiny
need
house.
2 tiny houses.
Side by side, the kids have their own tiny
We
house.
need a shed for the kids.
Like the she shed,
Go to your shed.
the toddler tent. Okay, so I'm gonna pull 2 cards for you guys, because I love ya, and it's Valentine's Day or Lupercalia. Let's see here. Yeah, and let me know how you guys are celebrating today. So your first card, this is an awesome card. I love this deck. So this is your first card. It says the only thing that is real is love. So shift your focus back to love, which is amazing. Whether you're single or you're in a relationship or it's with your family or your partner or your friends. Yeah, like definitely just always remember to take it back to love and like how you can live your life with love and view things through the lens of love. And it brings everything back to center and makes things a lot easier. Makes for deeper connections. Okay, so I love these cards too. And this is your affirmation. And it says, I am in control of my life. So, yeah, I am in control of my life. So that's it for us. Again, this is my husband Chase, or Cheese. We will see you beautiful people back for another video. Bye.
Bye.
You could pick up in the kitchen. I can't believe you said that. Do you want to fight?
Do you want to fight?
They seen our wedding video. They know you're short.
You know that.
What? Can't believe you said that. You did me dirty on camera. Oh my gosh.
It's not live. We can edit it.
I'm gonna edit you.
I don't like yourself. This people might take away your snacks.
Okay, that escalated quickly,
Yeah.
and I don't appreciate that type of energy that you're bringing.
More quickly.
I'm gonna need you. I'm gonna
Call
need you
me
to calm
elevator.
down.
Express elevator. That's how quickly I escalate.
That was terrible.
Yeah.
That was so bad.
That was a reach. That was a reach.
Even as far as dad jokes go, that was bad.
That was the best.
Oh my gosh. Are we gonna move to New Zealand?
Hmm?
What?
What?
Nothing.
No. No.
Oh my gosh. All right. What do we want to do now? Do you want to wrestle?